You remember that commercial?
Oh my god, the give me York thing.
Yeah, when the money comes, give me York, me mama. York, me mama.
That's not where the money come. What do you mean? Hey, we are live on YouTube right now. Ain't nobody watching, so don't worry. we might get people watching though, so just a heads up. In fact,
I want to sleep nice tonight.
I said sleep nice. Night will be. Oh Lord, shut up, nigga. Alright, boom. I got the chat on my phone, so if anybody tries to say something, you know. Okay, so how you feeling?
I'm alright. I'm tired, but alright.
Of course you're tired, bro. Of course you're tired. It's like what? 11:15 right now.
Oh, it's only 9:15.
Serious?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, y'all in freaking Alberta. Why I think you were in British Columbia?
What? It's too cold. If I move to British Columbia, I definitely would move back in a month. Pretty sure.
You would have been snowed in. You would be the new definition of frozen. The fuck?
Oh gosh, no.
I swear to you.
Imagine the situation I told you about my car that happened the other morning.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I wouldn't have a car.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go for that. I wouldn't go for it.
Nah, that would have been raps for you. I ain't gonna hold you.
I wouldn't have a car.
We would have had a frozen Keyshawn just on the street like.
Crying, my kids would have frozen me.
Help me, please! Somebody out there help me!
My car's not moving.
That's fucking jokes. Shit, bro.
No, I'm not gonna lie. The cold actually, like Randy, I'm actually not. The cold did something like to my battery, cause like I'm looking at the inside of my car. You know, like the dashboard lights.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking pretty dim.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah, that means like the battery's is really weak, like exponentially weak.
Extra what?
Exponentially weak.
It's expeditiously.
Okay, I'm tired. Same thing.
Brother, you've had too many fuck ups, bro. You confuse dictionary and encyclopedia. Say encyclopedia. Yo, listen, you can't make this up, man. You can't make this up.
Encyclopedia.
That is so crazy. Oh my goodness. Anyway, might as well get started so we can get your ass to bed. Pause. Nah, it's the first time doing this, you know, like, I have the idea now that, people are actually subscribing to the channel. I'm thinking, like, instead of, like, always dropping episodes and fighting and getting everyone together at one place to film, why not just go on Discord and just go live here, and it's a lot easier. Like, literally, anybody can jump in now.
Yeah.
You know, like, you can send a message to Chris Brown and he'll pull up.
I wish. I hope.
Chris Brown's #1 fan, by the way, just to let y'all know. So shit, what can I say but welcome. This is the Master Energy Podcast, only on the Flex in My Network. I am the original anomaly, and we have today here
the usual.
The master, the usual. Say less. So you have a topic for today, I'm assuming?
Yes.
And
relationships.
Okay, I guess we're about to get into it. Our thoughts on interracial relationships. So let's first start with like an overview of like our thoughts on like what we think about that, and like, do we agree with it? Do we not? Like, it's not like we're promoting kind of hate or anything like that. That's the last thing I want to do. But like, I like to create conversations about anything and everything. So we decided on this, seeing how this man loves off Latino women so much, Man, someone get this man a peach cobbler. Before he start drooling on himself. Like, what? So what are your thoughts on interracial relationships then?
I'm gonna say an unpopular opinion about it.
Nah, go ahead. Don't be shy.
Interracial relationships is keeping the black lineage long.
I'm about to box you out with this. I'm about to box you out with this. Are you serious?
Let me not.
Hey, you're not gonna land. You're in space with zero gravity right now. You better pray you don't drift off into the sun.
Look at that. So
what?
Based off of the statistics of the marriages in the U.S. from black marriages, like black on black marriages, compared to interracial marriages, the numbers are astronomically different by a landslide. So, what that tells me is that there's a small percentage of the black community that is marrying with each other, which means generations are going to go down as the next generation after them is choosing the interracial, the different races.
I got a question for you. Can you ever can you ever deliver anything without statistics? I'm just curious.
You can, but then if you're saying something about statistics, without statistics, you're just going off your head canon, your own knowledge base. You're going off of your own knowledge, or what you believe. It's very subjective. Subjective is okay, but you have to bring some form of proof behind it. You can't just say, "Oh, this is what I see." Like, you have to have proof. Because if you don't have proof, then it's just hearsay. So what makes your point stronger is if you have the data to back it up. So what I'm saying is the data, what it's showing, is that black people are marrying less on average than marrying different races.
And you think all data is true?
It doesn't matter if all data is true. The fact that there's data, it could be 10% that might be off, 10%. But even if it was 10% off from the other races, still astronomically. Even if we said 30% off of the other racial numbers, then ours would still be lower than theirs, because facts is facts. I hate to say it, but facts is facts.
And you think these numbers are true? These numbers are real?
I do believe they're true.
Do you not think numbers can be fabricated, made up?
100% they can. But like I said before, it doesn't matter if there's like a few extra percentage on there or not. It's just showing, like I said, take off 30%. We'll say they made a 30% error. It's still more than black people at the end of the day. There's no arguing that. You have to say 100% or 50% was taken away from those stats to give black people the edge above every other race marrying. No one's making a 50% error on the statistics of marriages in the U.S. That doesn't make any sense.
So, based on these statistics then, what variables are adding to these statistics? Like, what's causing this to happen?
Well, my personal opinion on it, because I don't think there's statistics on the reasoning why black people are marrying other races and why black women are marrying other races. I don't think there's really a reason for it, statistically wise. But my personal view, based on of what I talk to, and what I see from black men and women, I think it's a respect level. I think black women don't respect black men unless the black man is providing something.
Don't you think it's vice versa?
It is providing sex.
What?
Providing sex.
No, don't you think it's the other way around in terms of black men are disrespecting black women?
I think it's both. I think it's both ways.
Yeah, so if it's both ways, can you really consider that a real problem?
Yeah, because it's bringing us down, right? We only come together when another race does something to us. Only time we come together. But when we need to be together in the crucial moment, we're not. Like during that whole BLM, I had never seen so many gangs get along in my lifetime. Okay. That was crazy.
But that was fraudulent. That wasn't real.
I know it was fraudulent, but what I'm saying is that I've never seen that in my life. As long as I've lived. And I've been knowledgeable. I've never seen Bloods and Crips okay with each other. I've never seen that. I've never seen other gangs okay with other gangs.
Oh, you've seen it like a couple months ago. What are you talking about?
And what do you mean a couple months ago?
You've literally seen this a couple months ago. What do you mean?
Like what? Like gangs get along with gangs?
Yes.
Oh, like Kendrick Lamar concert?
Just with Not Like Us in general. What are we talking about?
Oh my
From when that song dropped, it changed everything, and then the pop-out concert solidified it.
Yeah, but everybody that was there at the pop-up concert, they were there for clout.
That's not clout. You can't bring all those people. Bro, here's the thing with clout now. Because here's the issue. If it was true that it was clout, there would be more famous faces on that stage than gang members. Why the hell would gang members want to be on the camera?
Votes!
For what? Nobody knows who they are. It's not about that. It's not about clout. It's about representation. What do you mean? Don't try that. Clout. If it was clout, then The Weeknd would have pulled up on stage. Then LeBron would have pulled up on stage. Rick Ross would have went on the stage. What do you mean?
Well, LeBron can't, because LeBron but he chose a side.
Yeah, same with DeMar DeRozan and Russell Westbrook, YG, Tyler the Creator, and a bunch of other artists.
But there's a lot of other artists that chose Drake's side.
We're not talking about this, bro. We're talking about relations, okay? Like, I don't have the energy for this conversation because you just don't listen. That's all it is. You don't listen, bro.
All I'm saying is that, like, black men and black women are disrespecting each other. We don't communicate. We don't get along when we should be. Now, why I agree with interracial relationships? Oh yeah, well yeah, that was me landing. Yeah, well they almost landing. Yeah, they're just keeping the black bloodline long because
what?
Let's say this. If every race went to their own corner of the earth, right? Spanish with Spanish, Indian with Indian, white with white, black with black, etc., etc. Every other race would still be producing at a higher rate than if all black people were in their own area.
What are you talking about? There's no number that can prove that.
There is, because the statistics about the same race marriages, and every other race is still higher than black. So that is a fact.
But that doesn't say too much about the community because people just don't want to procreate.
No, but I'm making an example. Like, if you want to procreate, fine, you don't want to procreate. But I'm talking about like generally like being like with another partner to make, like, we would die off. We would die off.
And you think you wouldn't die off with interracial relationships?
No, why?
Look at your skin.
Okay.
You think that's not going to disappear if interracial relationships are going to continue? No, see, that's how I know you're bullshitting. That's how I know you're bullshitting. Knowing how much you love Latina women, for whatever stupid reason. Look at your skin and look at their skin. If y'all were to produce a child, it's not gonna be dark skin. I'm gonna keep it a bad with you.
It's gonna be a darker caramel.
What?
Yes, because Latinos are Latinos are not white. They're on the darker side.
It varies with Latino women, but the ones that are fantasized, the ones that are popularized, are the lighter skinned ones.
Oh no, even the darker ones too.
Nah, you don't see dark Latino women out there like that. You always see the light skinned ones.
Yeah, well, I like them both.
Bullshit! You like the light ones. Stop lying to yourself. Literally every photo you've sent me, they're all light.
No, I showed you. Did you not see the ones that I told to go that she's a dark Latina. No, wait.
I don't know why you like them so much. That's just my thing. Like this, you literally talk about them like they're the only race on planet Earth. Like I don't understand. Like bro, there's a bunch of other races. It's not that deep. Like
yeah, I'll talk to other races.
That's cool, but like you literally like you ride or die for these girls, and I'm just like, bro, they're known for scamming.
Okay, and so is Nigerians. Like what?
This man is not serious, bro. This man's like, why are you so pressed on that?
And so is black people. What? Come on.
Okay, look at brown people then. What are you talking about?
Exactly, them too.
But everyone scams, bro. So here's no. Every race scams. So what are you really trying to say right now?
What I'm saying is that Latinas.
First of all, close your mouth. Close your mouth. Don't do that. Close your mouth. You're doing too much right now. You're looking crazy still. Keep it bad with you.
Latinas, they're just at the top.
What? Like, I don't understand, bro. Like, it's okay. No. Okay, everyone has their own preference. Let's make this fair. Okay. Here's the problem where I'm coming from. You say this now, but outside of this life, that's all you talk about. It's like nothing exists.
Nah. It's heavy preference. But I mean, like, I'm okay with dating other races.
Now you say it. Now you say it.
I said it before. I just said Latinos are the main.
Nonsense.
That's like they're considered one of the most beautiful women naturally in the world.
That's a preference. That's a preference in itself. Someone had to choose. There's no statistic behind that. Someone chose that.
People voted for that.
Yes, and if it's a vote, that means it's a preference. Because these people would prefer seeing this as number one than anything else.
Yeah.
You understand how easy it is to sway that vote? Anybody can vote for whatever.
Yeah, 100%.
Like look at the Miss Universe pageants. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So what do you mean?
You can't deny they are gorgeous.
I can deny.
What?
I can deny still.
What?
I can deny. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna keep it bad with you. I can deny this easy.
If we were to go band for band on black and Latinas back and forth, you pulled some pretty bad ones. I pulled some pretty bad ones.
There you go. See, so what are you talking about? Don't waste my time. Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't think I would. I don't know. All I know is that Latinas are like one of the most women that I've talked about. And also to be honest, actually I take that back. According to statistics, Asian women in interracial marriages are higher than every other interracial mix.
Well, duh.
That makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. You can't even, like, if I were to hear that for the first time outside of you, I'll be like, okay. Is that supposed to like wow me? Bro, look around. Like look around. Go walk in the mall. Go walk outside. Go to the Christmas market that's coming back in Toronto.
Yeah.
Like what are we talking about? They're everywhere with someone else.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the Asian mans too.
Yeah, 100%. And the thing is, like, and they're with that, like, them each other, like, being together, they also have the highest. Besides Indians, I think they're pretty tight with Indians.
What? No. They're supposed to be the lowest on the list. What do you mean?
Indians?
Yes.
I mean, like, marrying in their own race. Like,
oh, no, I'm about to say, I thought you meant interracial. I'm like, who's marrying that?
Well, I mean, the Indian. Actually, no, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up.
I'm not trying to. No. I'm not trying to wake up to gulab jamun every morning. Okay? The hell?
Actually, insane.
The hell? Why the hell would I want to wake up to gulab jamun for? Before talking about I want a samosa for brunch. Idiot thing.
That's just insane.
Hell no. The only thing you have for dinner is butter chicken. Nice that.
Oh, I love butter cold. My God.
I'd rather have a shawarma. You sick on some Arab thing?
It's shawarma. Shawarma's a good
Talk about nonsense, bro. Hell nah. Nah, bro. Bro, we already know the little chart that I have. So, of course I'm putting black first. Right?
Interracial marriage statistics.
Black is first, and then Asian is second. And then what's it called? What's after? Like what's left? There's white, brown, Spanish. I put Spanish as like fifth.
You are insane. But you know what?
Maybe fifth or fourth. One of the two.
Fifth or fourth.
Or it could be. Nah, bro, they're crazy, bro. They gonna cut you in your sleep. What do you mean?
I like you, Randy. I think Indians have the highest interracial rate.
What?
No, they're the second highest. Yeah.
How?
Among American Indians, women are slightly more likely to marry outside the race than men. In 2013, 61% of American Indian women married outside the race compared with 54% of men.
But who's marrying that?
Listen.
I've never heard a white man named George pick up an Indian girl like that.
Oh yeah, no, they're higher than Asians for sure. In 2015,
that's 2015 though.
Yeah, 36% of Asian women and 21% of Asian men married someone of a different race.
Yeah, no, it has to be current, bro. That's old. You need something current.
I could do that.
Come on, Mr. Market Research, get to work.
I could do that.
Crazy. Out here almost made me believe that shit like it's true. I'm not believing that. You gotta be out of your goddamn mind for me to think and believe some nonsense. Hell nah, bro. Crazy. Super crazy, bro. Jesus. How are you gonna find the research, huh? If you can't find it, it's calm. Don't have to waste time on that.
I don't think it's done for 2024.
Whatever. I'm not trusting your numbers regardless. I don't care. Like, why would I want to trust that? Is that a bed behind you?
Yeah.
So the hell are you sleeping on?
No, I'm sleeping on a bed. That is a box. So I have a twin mattress, and that is a queen box spring. It came with the package. I didn't buy it. It came with the package. It was already here before I got here. The last person that was here was sleeping on the queen mattress. No, the twin mattress on top of the queen box spring.
You had me confused. I'm like, what the hell are you sleeping on? A cardboard box? Like, what the fuck? What? That makes no sense.
I have to get rid of that box spring. I was trying to sell it, but gotta.
Ain't nobody picking that up.
I know, gotta give it away for free, so.
What do you mean for free? Just dash it away.
Yeah.
What the?
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Wow.
That's some crazy shit. Nah, don't be pressed about the data, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm just seeing a lot of news.
This guy out here thinking this is academics. Let it go.
26% of newly married men and 28% of women marry someone of different race. Hispanics. Yeah.
Congratulations. I don't care about that nonsense, but come on, man.
And black people. Black men are more likely to marry someone of a different race than a black woman. In 2013, 24% of black men marry someone who is not black, compared to 12% of black women.
This boy laughing. Okay, how about this? I have a nice question for you then. Do you consider that a problem? And sit up, because we're not doing this. Get up. Just get up. What the hell you think this is?
No, it's because I knocked off on the floor.
That's great. Get up. What the fuck? What?
Do I think it's a problem?
Do you think it's a problem?
Yeah, it is.
Why?
It's a problem because when you're trying to bring a race together, and the fact that the numbers are down so much, it just shows how much of a big disconnect that black men and black women have that needs to be repaired.
And how would you want to go about repairing that? What would that look like?
You don't like my answer. You're not gonna like my answer.
Of course I'm not gonna like your answer, but we're gonna have to hear it anyway, so just go ahead.
So the way I would go about it would be black women and black men seeking therapy together.
Oh, I forgot. I actually forgot you said this. Yo, God, you said this. And you honestly think that's gonna work. You think that's gonna work.
It is. Because, for example, when you go to couples counseling, what happened? There's the husband, the counselor, who's the median, and the wife, right? So the husband says his piece. Okay, mediator speaks on it, then the counselor speaks on it, and then the wife says her piece. Then the wife says her piece, right? So then that way everybody's saying each other's piece, and there's somebody in the middle, so there's no argument. So that way we can get our point across to black women, and black women get their point across to us, and then we can find a way how to meet in the middle. That's why we need therapy. Because here's the thing, Randy. What we've been seeing, I don't care what you say, I'm going off of statistics and what I also see. When black men try to communicate with black women, it's always a battle, it's always an argument. Am I lying?
You're not wrong, but keep going, because my brain...
Because it's the truth. Like, I'm not lying. Like, if we were able to come together, and we've done it multiple times, then you know what? Then we don't need no therapy, because we can work with each other. But the problem is that we can't work with each other. We don't work with each other. We dislike each other. We talk down on each other. So that falls down to traumatic experience in our lives that turned us this way. And what social media also emphasizes and shows. So, for us to get over that, we need to go through that healing process. Because we can't heal each other. So we have to have somebody else to help heal us. That's my solution to it.
Do you not understand what's going on around you?
Yeah.
Do you understand that? Do you understand that there's a whole division, everything, like between all these communities and all that? Do you realize people are being divided, right?
Yeah.
So with all this division, in a world where this skin color right here is technically the bottom of the list, right? the reason, like, you gotta look at, like, the factors, variables, one by one. Together we're strong, divided we're weak, right?
100%.
But they're forcing it again. They're forcing it onto us through social media, through like Instagram, TikTok, all them places, through television, through day-to-day society. Like it's always pushed. It's always like, here, do this instead of this. Why don't you come here instead of stay there?
But see, is that a world view or is that a Western view? Because there are a lot of other black people in other different parts of the world that don't have these issues that we're having in the Western world. It's mainly happening in the Western world. So
it started in the Western world, but it's pushed across the whole world. Don't you see in Japan, like they're begging for black men to pull up?
Yeah.
You said, I'm gonna pull up still. I know.
But even still, like again, even if they're asking for black men to pull up their reproduction, they still have higher same race marriages rates higher. That's the thing. Like, sure we can say what the Western world is doing is pushing across the world. Sure we can say that. But even if that is the case, what's our excuse? There's so many other races.
You want to know the excuses? You want to know the excuse is that we listen to all these extra people and we don't listen to ourselves anymore. That's the excuse. The excuse is letting outside ears dictate how you move instead of looking to each other to figure out how to move. That's the excuse.
Is that an outside ears problem or is that an our problem?
It's our problem for listening and taking things into consideration, knowing that a lot of people can't relate to the kind of problems we got. It's our fault. Ain't nobody can relate to the kind of shit. Bro, think about it. You're in a relationship with what? Well, a Latina girl for Latina woman, for example, and her name is Esmeralda. Anyway, bro, think about it. Like here's the issue with what I see. I don't disagree with the idea, but I just prefer to be close to culture, right? I prefer to sit down and watch the Wayne brothers and laugh my ass off and look beside me and the person just laughing just to see him. You know, I want to watch the Steve Harvey show, like all the black sitcoms. Laugh my ass off. I want to hear a black joke, and I don't have to wait for the other person beside me to get a laugh off. They laugh with me. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to go to the barbecue and all. You know how there's big banter at a barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, join in on the convo, see what I'm going. You know, anything outside the race, they're on the sidelines watching like there's some sort of spectator. You know, that's not fun, bro. That's not fun. That's I see that as lame. Cause like, yo, like if I'm deeply connected, you should have some sort of obligation to do the same, no?
Okay, but example, you're asking for that. If you end up with an African woman from an African country, she's probably gonna be the same way like the other women who are outside.
See, like when I say African, I don't mean literally from Africa like that, but like African. And like, you know, but like they live here or they live wherever across the world.
So again, that you're listing off Western issues and matters. You're listing off Western issues and matters.
All I'm saying is you have to have a brain, you have to have head on your shoulders, you have to have some morals and all that jazz. I have a whole list. Okay, I have a whole list on my phone, so I don't have to worry about that too much. But like, bro, come on, like we gotta be real here. It's cool. It's definitely cool to have that. I'm not trying to tell people how to move or dictate how, like, what they're supposed to choose or anything like that. If that's what you want, that's cool with me. Choose that. But at the same time, it's not gonna be as fun as you think. Because remember, if you're going to be in that kind of like marriage, relationship, anything like that, fun is a part of that too. You definitely gonna have fun. It's a partnership at the end of the day, of course. But like, if you're going to be married for a long period of time now, fun is a big aspect. Going to the club with your friends, and you bring your girl with you, and everybody bring the girl though, and they hear a song, and like for example, Drew Hill, you hear a Drew Hill track. What's that one song? The Tell Me track, and you know how it has that little drum bounce to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell me, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit. It's in the same way how like you play Candy, you play Candy and everyone do the electric slide, or we play Outstanding and we do the electric slide. You be able to jump in on the electric slide, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like seriously, like.
Here's the thing, Randy. Though, again, that if you were to go to Africa or those other countries and play the electric slide, they're not gonna know what the electric slide is.
Well, I'm not. So you always confuse it because like I always say that, but I don't literally mean from. Like
no, but that's my point being, because you said all these other races. If you go for any other race that's lived in Canada, that's born in Canada, and their parents were born in Canada, they most likely are going to know the black sitcom shows that you've talked about because they've been on TV. They're going to know that. Majority of the time, if they are in the Western world, born here, they're going to know. They're going to.
I don't know. Either way I see it, it's either they know it or like or it's something to sit down and watch together. You see? But like,
100%.
But like, it's like for example, like you play it for the first time, right?
Yeah.
And Will Smith or Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he gonna say some black as shit. If I'm laughing and I look to my left or right and they're saying in just straight face, yeah, no, you gotta go. Sorry. If I play Sweet Lady by Tyrese and you don't even at least feel a rhythm to it, get out. You know what I'm saying?
But a lot of races in the Western world know these stuff and enjoy this music.
I disagree. Music travels all across the world. Everyone has Spotify, right? And you gotta remember though, people that are younger than you, Jackson is a great example. He knows those old school tracks. And the people that are around Jackson that I see, all of them know those old school tracks as well. There's definitely people out there that are young, that are familiar with the songs from back in the day. If I was to go to the place I work at and I go play old school tracks, I did that a couple weeks ago. Bro, I had people coming up to me like, bro, I didn't know you know this song. I'm like, nigga, you know who I am?
Like, I know some people that are not black that know some old songs that I was shocked.
Yeah, Phoenix. That's a perfect example.
No, I said that are not black.
Yeah, no, Phoenix. Come on.
Okay, Phoenix colors, he's still black.
No, even Phoenix's best friend Flaco. He's Spanish, right? Bro, he knows tracks from the 70s, from the 80s, and he's just 2 years older than Phoenix.
Yeah, he's from here. See, Randy, that's what I'm saying. What you are looking for and asking for, you can find almost in any race in the Western world.
No, you can find that all across the world, but I'm telling you, look, there's places. Bro, think about it. You can go to Japan, and people in Japan know these tracks, bro. People in Japan, Japan is, remember, they love karaoke, right? Bro, yeah. I've seen reels, I've seen Instagram clips, all that. Bro, they have clubs in Japan, bro, and they have throwback nights, playing tracks from all the 90s and all of them things. Bro, it's the same. And remember though. Look at Red Bull this year. Red Bull Dance Your Style. That's in India, and they're playing all the same tracks.
Yeah, they're playing Indian, but they're playing Indian.
No. They're playing Indian tracks too, but you gotta remember they're also throwing in those old school tracks. And those, remember though, people that are on the main stage of Red Bull, those are the top dancers. Yeah. Remember the rest of the dancers in the whole country. Bro, there's people in India that crump. There's a big crump community in India. Bro, they're familiar with these songs. The music is traveling all across the world. People definitely know this shit. Music is not just here. Maybe what we know, like 310 Baby, maybe what we know here is what we keep. But maybe if you go across the world, they're not gonna hear about 310 Baby. But they're definitely gonna hear about Chris Brown. They're definitely gonna hear about Usher. They're definitely gonna hear about Genuine. They're definitely gonna hear about Omarion.
That's the thing. Like celebrities, like Usher and all across the world, like big time celebrities. But what I say is that like for the music that you're talking about, sometimes it just applies to the groups like dancers, because dancers listen to anything for dancing, right? But just because a dancing group in a country listens to that doesn't mean the rest of the country does. We've seen that so many times. So
what about in France?
Huh?
What about France?
France, yeah, but France is like a big city full of dance. Like the dance culture in France is big.
You gotta remember, there's a big club culture in France too. You gotta remember that as well.
And the dancers go to those clubs and they dance like it's like.
I'm not talking about dancers. I'm talking about regular people. If they go to clubs in France, regular people enjoy music from here too, specifically the R&B.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So it's not always dancers, and you can say that about the rest of the world.
No, 100%. But I was speaking to what you specifically want, sitting at home laughing. And even if you say the rest of the other world is getting some of it, that still opens your options to others. So you are just like, I get it. You want to be with a black woman, and that's fine, and that's good, and that's gravy. But like you said, if you're saying that it's spreading across the world, then that means other countries have it. That means you can have that same type of interaction with those other countries. So, and if you say no, then you're contradicting that it's going across the world.
I'm not saying no. I just said it. So why would I say no? I don't disagree.
No, I know.
I still have my major preference. That's it.
And that's fine. That's fine to have your preference. I think here's the thing though. I feel like having a preference is okay, but when you're only choosing that preference and not giving anything else a chance, is when it falls down to ignorance. Because here's the thing. You never know who you're going to end up with. Like I said, I might want to be with a Latina so bad, and I might end up with a white girl. I might end up with a Spanish girl.
You already did, technically. What?
Okay. Let's not do that. But the point that I'm making is that you never know who you'll fall for. But if you focus on your preference and only your preference, there's a good chance that you might not fall in love with your preference. Because let's say you do get your preference, right? You get the black woman, laugh, sit calm with you, all that type of stuff. But then she has a sour mindset and she's rude to you. You're gonna dash her away? No, you're stuck with that. You married her because what? Because she was your preference.
First of all, let's stop right there. Let's put a pause on that for a second, because you think I'm going to marry something like that. Who do you think I am? What do you think? What do you think dating is for?
Yes, but
you have to get to You have to get to know the person, no?
Why?
So why would I be so foolish enough to put myself in a situation like that? If I ever hear some nonsense like that, I'm out. Why would I want to stay for that?
But here's the thing. Because some people are good at hiding it for a very long time. So if you marry that woman, sometimes they say you don't know a person until you get married with them. And once you marry them, then you see what you see. So what I'm saying is that you might be blinded by your preference and a black woman, and she might be able to fly under the radar, and then when you marry her, it comes out. And then now you're screwed because you married your preference.
You can't fly under the radar for 4 years.
You definitely can.
No, you can't. 4 years?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I weed out everything I need that is weeded out, bruh. Hell no. And you have to remember though, it's not about the fly under the radar, it's about the feelings change. When the feelings change, that's wagwan. So that's not flying under the radar. That's you on the flight path.
Oh, for sure, but some people don't notice, and some people are just...
Them niggas dumb, simple. What are you talking about, bro? Come on.
It's not that when people get like.
I mean, you're blinded.
I'm not playing.
Bro, you out here moving like you Ray Charles. Talking about. What are we doing here, bro? You blind as a bat, man. The heck? Jesus Christ, bro. Out here trying to play a piano and shit, and you can't see a damn thing, hitting every wrong key. Shut up, you blind as hell. No, what are we talking about, bro?
Well, see, I have my eyes open. See, like I said, I'm willing to.
Your eyes open, meanwhile you look high as hell. What are we talking about, bro?
I'm willing to accept another race as my partner if that happens. And that's me. But you have to. I'm not saying
I call bullshit.
What do you mean? I've dated almost every other race.
I ain't seen it. Yeah. Why you not dating none of them? Because you're vertically challenged?
Yeah, that's exactly why.
How tall are you again? How tall are you again?
5'2".
That's crazy.
That's exactly right.
Well, maybe you should go for black girls that are the same height as you.
That's worse.
Why?
Did I tell you the story?
It's not my fault y'all look like a bunch of Oompa Loompas. The fuck, like... that's the gift God gave you, bro. Stand in that shit. The fuck? Not much standing, but still.
I'm fine with it, but I was on Tinder. Like, I matched with a black girl.
How tall was she? 5'1"?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think she was like 5 feet. I went. Right, and we were talking, and things are going good. In my bio, this is how when I say like black women are disrespectful. In my bio, I have 5'2". As a there, so you can see that it's 5'2". You can see it. So, right? Why are you? We're having a good conversation. Things are sounding good. It worked out as I want to. Why are you asking me? Oh. What was your height again? You know what she said? She said, "Oh, if you were maybe 5'4", 5'5", then maybe things could work." Because she's like, "You're not ugly, but you're yeah." And I'm taller than her. Yeah, you're just not the height.
Nigga, you a chia pet. Chia.
She was shorter than me, which is cool.
Chia. Put some water on this nigga, watch him grow.
Nah, for real. So it's just I mean, man, I wanted to be black, but black girls have been the hardest for me to date because of my height. Even because of my height, it's because I'm not rich and I'm not.
Bro, go find a black girl in the library, bro. That will solve your problems.
I didn't finish calling them and say, "Oh, you're uneducated. I don't want you."
So educate yourself. Simple. What the fuck? It's not that hard.
Yeah, educate yourself by going to school.
So go to school. That's not tough. You got a backpack a lot.
Wow. But that's the point that I'm making. There's always this is why I say relationships have been better and have been thriving and been getting percentage higher, because those other women when they give respect and love to a man, it's not for what he has, it's for what he offers, how he shows his actions. I'll be honest, the average Latina, I'm not talking about the super bad Latinas that are out there for money, but the average Latinas, the average Asians, even the Indians, because they're very family oriented. When it comes to being with somebody, they value familyhood. They value the person that they're getting with. They don't look at their pockets. A lot of those women will help their man out build and get to a point.
Here's the issue in that now. It's based on what you learn. That's why there's a whole misconception with these things, to be honest. It's because people are taught different things. What you're describing, what you're telling me is what traditional people are taught. The problem is because we normalize all this single mother shit and this single father shit, it changes and sways the whole perspective.
And that's I 100% agree with that. Now the problem again is that this is happening in the Western world.
No, it's happening in the black community.
Well, yeah, the black community in the Western world.
Okay.
Cause I don't see Africans moving like this.
No, they do. Africans are starting to pick up what the Western people be doing. They got their own pop balloon challenges.
Yeah, no, they definitely.
The same thing in the Caribbean. Mind you, the pop balloon challenges in the Caribbean are wicked. Oh, yeah. Wicked. I seen a reel, some burst up ugly gal walk up on the damn stage. Didn't even get a single word out. Every man popped their balloon. Told her to walk off. She didn't even speak. All mans on the internet thought she was mute.
No good. That's
what? Yeah, Yo, I seen a Jamaican man. No man, you can't do that. Your stomach too big. What? Excuse me?
Like, he'll say, oh, stomach too big, but then he'll go for a big white girl.
Nah, they want a roly-poly, isn't it?
So, like, that's
they want a first girl, they want a roly-poly.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, all I know is, from what I'm seeing, what the statistics show, is that interracial is doing way better. And not that that's a problem, people can choose to date who they want to date, but if we're going to be a black community and come together and want to raise up our numbers, we have to heal and communicate with each other. We don't communicate with each other. Black women are always talking over black men are always talking over black women. We don't talk. We don't.
Here's the root of the problem, because this is why I don't agree with it. This is why I don't agree with your theory. The whole problem comes down to dating and who you're putting yourself in front of. This is the whole root of the problem. Why? It's so simple. If you're looking for this in your future, put yourself in front of people that reflect that. If you are looking for that in your future, and you're walking all up and down King Street talking about you're gonna bar hop, or talking about you're gonna go club hopping, what are we talking about? You're moving sick.
I agree, but here's the thing also too, like I said before, results are key, right? The bad boys, drug dealers, F-boys, they're getting the results because they have materialistic stuff that good woman, bad woman.
But that's the problem with women in itself. They see materialistic shit as if they're an actual bird, which is so crazy to say, because birds are attracted to shiny shit. So any girl that's out there moving like that, they're actually just a bird. I wouldn't even call them a chick. You're a bird.
And that's why I'm saying, out there in the world, a lot of the women are not materialistic. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that there isn't any, because there definitely is, but a lot of those countries don't have materialistic women out here. That's why interracial marriages are doing better than same.
No, watch this now. The interracial marriages are working because, okay, watch this now, because I don't even think people actually peep this shit, because one thing I realized about interracial relationships, you're not only getting your materialistic shit, but you're getting your lustful fantasies accomplished. Because a lot of interracial relationships are based on lust too.
100%. Right? Those never last.
Of course, but here's the thing. People force it. People that are in those interracial relationships, they're forcing it and getting married and having kids and all that. And then they're still going through the whole single mother, single father shit.
100%.
After that.
That's why you have to also separate from genuine men and genuine women compared to just men and women. You have to separate because, like I said, there are good men that are going out there marrying good women. There are good women that are marrying good men in the same race and outside of the race. So it just depends on who you are. But either way you look at it, my point still stands. Interracial is just working better, and I want the black community to work together to become better, and the only way is healing. Because you think, Sim, this is one thing I hear from every black man. Oh, I can't date a black woman because she looks like my mom. She looks like my sister. I hear black women say the same thing.
You want to know why? You want to know why it's like that? It's because of the family dynamic in the house is not strong. That's why they say that. Right? Anyway, you know what that comes back to? That comes back to two people that should never been together. But they're pushing that now. They're pushing that narrative now. You're forcing black people to come together, and it's not working. People are supposed to fight each other naturally, but because you're forcing people to come together, you're creating all these unrealistic narratives, which goes back to the beginning of what I said, where the numbers can be fabricated. That's how you fabricate numbers, by forcing things to happen.
But the thing is, though, is it really forcing or choice?
Yes. Think about it. It's not always choice. It's not. Choice is at the forefront, but at the end result, it's not choice anymore.
Well, who's forcing it?
Whoever's in the relationship.
So that falls down to their choice forcing it.
I don't know. I don't completely see it as that. I see it more as they're trying to stay together for the family type shit.
No, I'm talking about before having a family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's choice. Or
it could be choice. It could be force. It could be either one.
Yeah, but again, like I said, this is happening in the black community. I'm gonna use the Latin community as the closest thing to our struggle, because every race has their own struggle. But the Latin culture, the Latin people, they have, I guess, a struggle similar to us, but their struggles is completely different, but it's still very similar to us. And even though their problems are still similar to us, they still are marrying their own race way better. That's a problem. Because their issues are not so far different from ours. Not so far different. And they're still going on strong. Interracially.
Well, you gotta think about it like this. If you're gonna look at Latin, Brazil, South America in general, anything like that, they don't have what we got. The reason why the shit is happening around us today is because we have all this materialistic shit around us. A lot of them people down in those countries or in those continents, they don't got that kind of shit. So they kind of have to stay together for real.
Yeah, but the thing is, they don't have that type of stuff. Exactly, they don't have it. But when people who do have it come over there, they don't fantasize over it because they're like, I was here without it. They're like, it's nice, cool, but that's why I'm saying, like, the value level from those other countries compared to the Western world, it's astronomically different. So it's like, for black people, until we can heal, learn, and listen to each other, we're never gonna have our numbers go up.
Here's the thing. The reason why I also disagree with that is because it comes down to your finances, right? Because here's the reality behind it. You can go ahead and do all that if you want, if you get your therapy for free or whatever. If you don't get your financial shit in order, the same thing's gonna happen all over again.
100%. You have to get your.
So why would I concern myself for therapy first when you're supposed to get your financial shit together, like everything in order? Like take care of your bills, take care of your credit, all that shit. Build wealth, build that shit, and then worry about therapy. Because remember, if you want real therapy, you gotta pay for that shit. That free therapy is cute. That free therapy is not always going to work for everybody, because you got to remember, a lot of people that go to therapy, they don't listen, right?
No.
A lot of people that go to therapy, they don't list off everything that they have problems with, or they're going to make up stories sometimes. Think about it. Think about it like this. Look how long therapy has been around. It's been around since like how long? Going back to like past like the 2000s. Like going back to like 90s, 80s and all that shit, right? So think about it. If this has really been working, why are we still talking about it?
See, but here's the thing though. It's working for other races.
Other races don't have that. Other races don't need therapy like that. I guarantee you that. They don't need it. You think people in Iraq have money for therapy or even have the opportunity to go to that shit? They deal with what they got. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go to Japan, Japan don't got that many therapists. If you go to China, they got that much therapists out there.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? People understand the situations that they're in, and they try to figure out what they need to do in that kind of situation.
Because the thing is like, for example, Asians are the lowest for therapy results, and the reason
because they don't need it.
No, exactly, because
look how much activities. So look how many things they do outside of work. Look how much, because like you gotta remember, like what comes down to therapy, you don't always need to talk to somebody specifically. Hey, you can go for a walk. You can play a sport. You know, go online, play a game system, something. Like it doesn't have to be this.
But you're missing one point, one thing between the Asians. Support. They also.
Yeah, but you can say that about people in India. You can say that about white people in general. Maybe if you go up to Europe, you can even say that about people in South America. They have a support system out in South America. It's just when you come here, not USA, but Canada, there's no support out here.
Even the U.S. there's no support.
No. The U.S. does have it. It's just that people are not familiar with it, or it's just petty reasons why they don't want to work with each other. But you gotta remember, U.S. has a high amount of people that do collab with each other. Absolutely. Same thing when you go to the UK. Definitely.
No.
What happened? What? Boy, come on, pick up on what I said.
Yes, I could say.
It's quite foolish, bro. Are you serious? Oh my god. I'm just listing off that collaborations, people work together, absolutely does happen around the world. It's just that when it comes to the community specifically, it doesn't happen because in the past, what was reflected onto each other, which turned into conflict, kind of turned us away from each other and not us actually working together and spread people out.
Because the way that it was brought, that's the thing, it was the way that it was brought up to us. These other races, a lot of them actually got the same lessons that were taught to us on what family etiquette is, how to be a family, how to be a wife, how to be a husband. They've had the same lessons that we have had, but the only difference is the way that it's being taught to them. That's the only thing.
I can agree with that because you gotta remember, like I said before, a lot of people that are not supposed to be together are together and they're having kids with each other, and now the household is corrupted because of all like the negativity, all the conflict, possible cheating, all that shit. Like this is what happens when the wrong people come together, and I'm not basing it off of race. I'm just saying people, humans. The wrong humans come together. Yeah, because it creates more problems than solutions.
100%, and that's what again, it falls onto how it's been taught. And for the black community, the way that we've been taught things, both men and women, is not good. It's only caused a rift between us. And until, as I said, and a lot of the times the stuff that we're being taught falls onto our parents' trauma,
generational trauma.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. We can't, generational trauma is affecting everything for the black community. So if you want to get your finances right, you have to, I get what you're saying about get your finances correct and then therapy after, but if you're already not in the mindset because of your whatever trauma stopping you or hurting you and you're in a dark place, you need to find a way out. And sometimes talking to somebody that's a stranger, right? Instead of, because you can talk to somebody that's went through the same issue as you do, right? But misery brings company. You guys talk about it. You guys both win it. What's the solution? You guys are just gonna keep on talking about it over and over again. It's not gonna do anything. But if you tell your problems sometimes to a person that's outside of what you're being through, and you hear their advice, it might actually change your life. But the thing is black people don't go out and look for. They don't give it a chance. Whether it costs money or there's free, give it a chance at least. They don't. We always go with this mentality of, oh, life is hard. We just gotta get through it. We've been doing that for years and years.
But you gotta remember what I say. The reason why I say this is because we gotta remember the wrong people are together. If the wrong people are together, it's going to create more negativity within the household, which would cause that kind of conflict. But watch this now. You have to. You still have to, because you still live on this earth. It's still hard, regardless. Look at where we are. Look at us in Canada. It's still hard. No matter who you talk to try and like build more positivity within yourself, it's still hard out there. That's why I say your finances still need to be in order. You need that financial literacy, that financial education, and overall education. The reason why this is happening because people are just not educating themselves. It's as simple as that. It comes down to education at the end of the day. You have all these dumb people walking around here talking all this rah nonsense, and none of them educated. Look at people on the internet. Look at people on social media and everywhere else. A lot of these people are just not educated. A lot of these people never went to post-secondary school. Some of them maybe never even finished high school. And you're letting these, but this is adding to the negativity, because you're letting people like that dictate how you're supposed to think, how you're supposed to move. I don't listen to that. I listen to people with intelligence. I listen to people that actually know knowledge, have knowledge in their brain. Like, for example, Earn Your Leisure on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, wherever. You want financial literacy, you go to Earn Your Leisure, without a doubt. They're going to educate you. They're going to tell you what to invest in. They're going to give you suggestions on what to invest in. They're going to tell you that. They're going to tell you why it's important to invest in whatever they invest in, so you can build wealth, so you can build that generational wealth, all that shit. But ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody tapping in. Every other race is tapping in because they're giving out information that's free info to get free money. But we are not doing that.
We're not doing that because we have so many other issues. That's another thing. Like, if somebody is in a depressed state, the first thing in their mind is not financial literacy. They're not thinking about that. They're depressed. They
You know what they're thinking about? They're thinking about fast money. That's what they're thinking about. And if you're thinking about fast money, you're already uneducated. You have to educate yourself. If you don't do that, there's no point to any of this therapy. There's no point to any of whatever you're doing. You have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this.
I'm almost done my podcast. I'm just on a podcast right now.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up soon. Don't worry, but this is for real. Like, it's actually like, you can't always run to therapy. You can't always run to talk to somebody. Because at the end of the day, I'm not saying I don't believe in it. I say it's still important. I just don't put it in the front of everything. You have to get education. If you don't, then you're done. You're finished. You're gonna end up somewhere dark.
I agree with you, but if you don't, what I'm saying is that if you're not in the right mindset to go look for that, you're not gonna go get it because you're not in the right mindset. So you have to get yourself in the right mindset, and it varies because everybody's different. You know, some people are more healed than others. Other people need work. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it falls down to a person basis. Is what I think it falls down to. But one thing that I will say is that a lot of those other races are supporting people and going. Even though the Asian people have a low percentage of going to therapy, they are still so supportive of when one of their own goes to therapy. That's the thing, Randy. It's a support. It's a support that these other.
But here's the problem with what you're saying with support now. You're tying it to therapy. If you just naturally supported each other, therapy wouldn't even exist.
Yes and no, because sometimes you can. sometimes you can support somebody personally, but there's still like how many people have has off themselves and they've been around a lot of people that care about them and love them. A lot of people have.
I agree that it's a lot of people, but it's not a global issue. Sorry, not sorry. I do think that's still an important issue, absolutely. But you gotta be real here. This is a part of life where it's gonna get difficult because you're gonna hear some things that you're not gonna always agree. But this is where you have to be accustomed with what life comes with, because like you're gonna hear some crazy shit. You're gonna hear some wild shit, and you still gotta fight through that. So either way you see it, like bro, like you can't run from all the negativity that's out in the world because it's just naturally there. It's about what you're gonna do. It's what you're gonna do. That's the thing, because like that's why I don't say therapy first, because like I don't want to run to somebody before I have to figure something out.
But that's what I'm saying. But some people don't have the brain capacity right now to figure itself out for themselves. That's the thing. Not everybody is the same. You know, some people might not need therapy off the bat, and some people just need therapy off the bat. It's a person to person thing.
But that also goes into the division that I was talking about earlier, because that's another way to divide people. Some people need it, some people don't. But there's all these people out there forcing it, thinking like this is what we're supposed to do, when in reality, majority of us don't really need that. Sometimes we need to sit down together and have a beer. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes girls need to sit down together and drink some wine. You know?
No, 100.
Like you don't always need to run to somebody. You don't always need to run to an office and sit in beanbag chair or something, or lie down on a couch. You don't always need that. I don't subscribe to that.
No, I'm not saying that you always need that. What I'm saying is that there are people in our community that are like our community mental health crisis is skyrocketed. It's high. It's super high, Randy. It's super high. So what you're saying makes sense, but clearly it's not working in our community because our mental health crisis is on a next level.
That just goes back to what I said before about the wrong people coming together. That's all it is. That's all I see it as. I'm not gonna put my feelings in front of what is right in front of me. I'm not gonna do that. I've actually talked about this in one of my reactions, how the whole world is putting their feelings in front of the truth, when in reality sometimes you're gonna have to see things for what it is instead of see how things feel to you. I'm not knowing, bro. Come on, bro. This is how you divide people, because feelings are sporadic. Feelings are all over the place. Put that to the side. Sometimes you gotta put it to the side and actually think about it for what it is.
But here's the thing, you're saying humans are emotional creatures. We can't be emotionless. We have feelings.
See, that's when it comes down to what is a man and what is a woman, right? For men, we're logical creatures, but women are the emotional ones.
But men, even though men are logical creatures, we're still emotional.
We still have the ability to feel, absolutely. We all do. I do, no doubt. But we still have our logic. We still use our brains to think. If you don't have that as a man, then okay, fine. That's a problem in itself. But you're supposed to logically think about situations and come to conclusions.
So an example I'll use then, right, is I'll use a random person, a random black person, a black man, right? He's logical. He knows that his grandma is getting old, right? And his grandma's about to die. His grandma dies. He's not supposed to feel emotional because logically.
No, you're absolutely allowed to feel emotional. But here, watch this now. I had a conversation with one of my best friends from high school, because he just had a kid today, or was it today or yesterday? No, yesterday. Baby Ren. So that's a beautiful name, by the way. Ren, R-E-N. I love that name. But he's like, I had a conversation with him, and he's like, there's gonna be times where it's like, things are gonna get real. So how are you gonna react? It's as simple. No. When I heard that, it was as simple as that. You don't need to put feelings in front of that. You don't need to like think too hard about it. It's gonna get real. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Of course, you gotta remember, of course, like, you're gonna have your moment, you're gonna have your time, you're gonna shed tears, you're gonna be mad at yourself, all that. When you're done doing that, what are you going to do?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I 100% agree with that. Like,
that's me thinking where my feelings are not in front. Because this is, bro, like, you can't run from these things. You can't hide from it. It's all gonna hit you just the same. What are you gonna do?
100%.
That's all it comes down to.
100%. But you can't just muscle up and keep it on view. That's what Dr. Umar said in that video that I sent. He literally said exactly that. We're told.
But watch this now. Watch this now. I understand that you sent that, and I do somewhat agree with some of what he said. But watch this now. The reason why I can't fully trust that video, or I can't fully go off of that video, is because that same Dr. Umar was on the Joe Budden podcast. And if you're a celeb that's on the Joe Budden podcast, automatically you know what time it is. You're not spewing bullshit. You're not forcing bullshit down people's faces. You gotta remember, him being on that show with Nick Cannon, they have a niche. Joe Budden ain't got no niche. You don't hide from Joe. Cause Joe's gonna look at you and be like, nigga, you bullshitting. Talk to me for real. That's what you get with Joe Budden. That's why what I sent you in the same thing I sent you in the chat is what he said. Even though, yes, this is important, but if all you're gonna do is talk shit, you're not gonna get shit done.
No,
that's it.
I 100% agree with that. It's more than just talk to talk. You have to walk. I agree with that. But what I'm just saying is that for some individuals, they need therapy to move forward. They need to. Some people do. Some people just do. That's like Randy. Like nobody is a robot. Nobody can just shut off their trauma and issues. Oh, this is straight.
It's not about shutting it off. I never mentioned anything about shutting it off. What I'm mentioning, no, watch this. What I'm mentioning is about control. Do you have control over these things? Are you able to control this? Do you have some sense of, or some ability of just like, let's hold on for a second. Let's hold on for, because this is life we're talking about. If you're gonna walk around crying all the time, then you're not supposed to be outside. Sorry, not sorry. But are you able to put this to the side and then deal with this when you need to deal with this? That's all I'm saying. That's literally all I'm saying. So instead of just like running to talk to somebody, what time is it? It's time to do something.
100%.
That's all it is.
But if you're not, yeah, I get that. I agree with that. But if your mental health is not there, then you need to go seek help. Because I understand. Watch this now. I'm sorry I keep cutting you off, but I understand that. But watch this now. That number isn't high as you think, because that number is judged based off of what people see about other people. Am I right? So that number, whatever number that they have out there, is not always true, because this is based on perspective. Sometimes they might put questions together that are too specific for the person to answer. They're just gonna answer whatever that they choose, when in reality the answer could be wrong. So I can't always subscribe to that. That's why I can't subscribe to the statistics, because you can easily make up those numbers, and I look at actions. I don't look at numbers. Yeah, fair enough. But the mental health people, those stats are people that are inside the mental health centers. But that's right? The thing, though. But we gotta remember, black people don't always go to these places, right? So they're basing it off a small number of black people that do. But they're using regardless, it's not everybody. But they're using that number. They're using that number to represent everybody. So I can't subscribe to that number. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah. If you continue to put your feelings in front of your actual actions and what you need to do, bro, what are we doing here? You're gonna be stuck in the same cycle over and over, talking about therapy. Like I said, if therapy really worked, why are we still talking about this? Therapy was supposed to come and go. That's what therapy was supposed to do. It's supposed to come and go, but it's still here. Yeah, because people experience trauma all the time in their lives. But what I'm saying is that even therapy is working for other races, but our race. Like I told you the percentages the other day. right? It's I told you the other day that 52% of Indians are going to therapy, and their businesses are thriving. 40% of white people are going to therapy, and their businesses are thriving.
You can't put Indians and therapy together, bro. You wanna know why the business? No. You wanna know why the businesses are working? The businesses are working is because of their families, about how they put their families in positions to win. That has nothing to do with no therapy.
No, but what I'm saying is that if they still, the fact that they're seeking therapy means that people need help.
That's great, but that number doesn't reflect on businesses. That's them putting their families in positions to win. That has nothing to do with no therapy. You can't put business and therapy together.
Randy, I have to apologize for someone.
Why? Who's someone screaming? Walk on.
I'll talk to you later, but
Alright. We gonna continue this conversation, alright? This is the Master Energy Podcast, only on the Flex Mind Network. Y'all take care out there. Now go run and do what you need to do, Nick. Run and do what you need to do.
You already know.
Alright, yeah, that's K Prizzy, y'all. Take care.
Follow up.
Yeah. Alright, you go run and do what you need to do.
Gosh.
Oh my god. Anyway, for anybody that's been watching out there, I hope you enjoyed that. This is what we do on the Master Energy Podcast. You know, this is a nice little podcast space and all that jazz. So hey, if you like what you see, make sure you drop a like. You know, this part of the network. You know what I'm saying? Now that I have reactions here for y'all, and we can do the pod on the side, hey, sky's the limit at this point, bro. I'm still figuring out the kinks to the comedy show. Don't worry. Stay tuned for that. But for now, we're going to ride out with what we got, alright? We're almost at 1K subscribers. We're almost at 950 subscribers. Thank you to all my subscribers out there. I appreciate every single one of y'all for stopping by, checking out the content, all that jazz. But yeah, no. That's what we do here, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like I said, if you like what you see, drop a like. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if we need to tweak anything. I know there's always tweaking I need to do. Like, look at my mic, look at the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're doing this off Discord. Maybe there's another program I can use. Like, let me know. Anyway, this is the Master Energy Podcast. Take care, be well, be safe. Live long live. Peace. Me personally, I still think, like, you can't run and do therapy. That's nonsense. You're lying to yourself if you really go on it like that. But, you know, it is what it is. Don't know.